back out at Hillman State Park on a beautiful weather day. It's 55 degrees when I park. It's supposed to get up into the mid to upper 60s today. I'm looking at about a I'm guessing 6 mile hike today. So this is, we'll be on the old airport trails. We'll discuss that as I'm walking, but let me show you where I'm at here on the map. So I am right here. Let's see, get this in frame. So I'm right there. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to come out here. I'm going to cut down here. This trail's not marked on this map, but this trail kind of zigzags through here. Comes out on the Knowlton Road. Walk down here, come over this way, back up here. This part I'm going to skip all this. That's a really fun place to bike through. I'm going to come around the long way. Around there. Just out of frame again. Sorry. Come over here. I'm not sure which way I'm going to do it on the way back. Maybe come this way or come around this way. Back to the car. So, let me show you this on here. There are some restrictions during hunting season, so just something to keep in mind. So, I'm going to start out on that Rouse Trail over there, and I'll either be coming back on this Sprocket Trail here, or depending on how I feel, over on that trailhead over there. That is Stallion Trail. Is it Stallion or Stallion or Stallion? However you pronounce it, I'm not sure. There's another trail over here. I forget what the name of this one is. Let's check it out. I think this is the also Sprocket Trail. I don't know. See you in a second. Oh, that's the continuation of Stallion Trail. It's Stallion, right? Okay. All right. So yeah, let's get to it. Get started here on Rouse Trail. And already, just like I expected, things are going to be very muddy out here today. As nice as the weather is today, but it rained most of the day yesterday. So, and also that parking lot that I'm parked at is a very popular place to see horse trailers. So the horses do a pretty good job of tearing these trails up. But I guess it is what it is. So anyways, this park, this Hillman State Park, the land was donated by the Hillman family, I guess. I think it was back in the 60s. And the sign was, when I turned off Stephenville Pike, the sign said 3,600 acres. So somebody suggested putting a model airplane airport up here. So just to my immediate left right now, there is the old model airplane landing place. It's basically just a concrete slab now, but they did build a new one, which I'll probably be checking out on my next trip out here. But yeah, these are the old airport trails. Last time I was on this particular trail, it's probably, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years ago. I was on another night hike out here on this trail. So yeah, these are pretty cool trails. All right, so I think we got some raccoon tracks. And yeah, this mud for the last few minutes has really been slowing down my pace. Seriously, I don't know how some of you hike without hiking poles. I'd have never made it up this hill without my hiking poles. It's just complete mud, and underneath the leaves is just mud. I had to push myself up with my poles. This trail, this Rouse Trail, this is only the second one of these I've seen, and the red blazes are very infrequent. They're pretty faded. The last section, I don't know, whatever that was, 3/4 of a mile that I just did was relatively, you could tell where the trail was at. But now we're getting to some of this open area, and I mean, you can kind of still tell where the trail's at, but I can't imagine it's covered in snow, and this section might be a little bit more difficult, but right now it's kind of obvious. Well, like I said, it's been about 2 years since I've been on this trail, and this is actually only the third time I've been on this trail. And I was just thinking, I knew this intersection was coming up. So yeah, that there, I cannot remember which way I'm going. I think what's going to happen here is If I make a right, that's gonna loop around and come back and join up with this. But this has the Rouse Trail sign on it over here. So I know I need to get up on that ridge. That's where Knowlton Road is. So I'm gonna go this way to the left and you'll see if this trail over here to the right comes back into it somewhere. Just because I know this is the correct direction I need to go over here. All right, time to stop and make a quick repair. This, the cork has been rubbing off right here. And I duct taped it back on. See how it's coming off. So I got duct tape on my pole. I just put some more on there. I know there's a way you can replace the cork, but seems like it's kind of a pain to do it. If I remember correctly, this is a 1.5 mile long trail, this Rouse Trail, which last time I did it, like I said, was a night hike. So I just did an out and back for a quick 3 mile night hike. So we'll see how accurate my memory is once we get to Knowlton Road. And I never did see the other end of where I made the left at that intersection at that T. I never did see where it came back out into this trail. So I can't remember where that other making a right will send you to. I think if you make a right at that T, from what I remember, I only went out there once. I think it kind of dead ended in like a state game lands field. It's from what I remember anyways. It's been a long time since I've been out there. Here's the other end of Rouse Trail, coming out onto Knowlton Road. And I have a very short 100-yard walk down to that. There's a parking area right down there to the left. And yeah, my memory was pretty good, spot on. 1.53 miles. For some reason, I have a thing with remembering numbers. I could tell you like the batting average for some baseball player from the 1970s. I don't know how I remember this stupid stuff. Here we are at the parking area. And this is the other end of Stallion Trail, which I know I'm going to be dropping down into this valley. And this trail is muddy all year long, so it doesn't matter. This is going to be a very muddy section. But once I get down to the bottom of this valley, I'll make a right and I'll head up into some pine forest, so I don't expect that to be as muddy. And here's an example of how muddy this trail is year round. I gotta navigate through this mess, trying to stay as unmuddy as possible. I'm a little bit muddy, but yeah, right down there I can see my the sign for my right-hand turn. So as long as I get through this, I should be all right. This Stallion Trail continues straight, and the other end will be at the parking lot where I'm parked at. But I'm going a long way around here onto Sprocket Trail. And I guess this double arrow means that Sprocket and Stallion Trail are like shared trail right there. But yeah, I'm making a right off of that trail. Finally coming out into the pine area. And so far, a lot less muddy, so that's a good thing. I've tracked my hikes. Last 2 years I've been using Gaia GPS. And finally discovered a setting on there that you can, it'll talk to you every mile. It'll tell you 1 mile, or 2 miles, or whatever. So I just hit the 2 mile mark. And it's kind of strange when you're out solo hiking and all of a sudden you hear somebody right next to you talking. Kind of freaks you out for a second. So I'm not sure I'm going to keep that on when I'm solo hiking. Coming into one of my favorite sections up here at Hillman. This pine, all these pines. So yeah, it gets kind of weird right here. He's telling me Sprocket Trail goes over here. It goes around. Now it goes through all those pines over there. It's an awesome place for the mountain bike, because it just zigzags like serpentines all through those pines. It's flat. But yeah, I wasn't planning on cutting through there today. I'm gonna stay over here to the right, because this will take me more directly to the outer loop. This is a little bit of a better shot here of where all the serpentines go through, all these pines. See, here's one of the trails that comes down right there, comes around, makes this bend right here, right at this log, makes this bend, shoots back up that way. I don't know if you can see that red blaze on that tree, and it just runs all through there. It's really fun to bike through. This is what I was looking for, a Sprocket Trail shortcut. Yeah, I'll be making a right here. Even though it says shortcut, this will take me to the back loop. That way there, we'll just go back through all those pines. So, making a right. Back into the hardwood forest and back into the mud. This is the back loop, the Sprocket Trail. I so want to camp here, but I so don't want to pay the fine if I get caught. This is all state game lands, and obviously camping is not allowed, unfortunately. How cool is this? Just check out all that flat area down there. How awesome that would be for camping. I am out here on the very furthest end of the Sprocket Trail outer loop. And just for reference, just hit the 3-mile mark on the day. Here's the other end of that Sprocket Trail shortcut. I just came from that direction. That's the back loop. Okay. So over here, when I was in that pine plantation where I said all the serpentine trails were at, last time we saw this sign, if I'd have stayed straight instead of making a right, it would have cut off maybe a mile. And brought me over to this intersection, but headed this way. So apparently, one trail sign wasn't enough. Okay, I just came up to this Y in the trail, and there's no signs. I'm almost positive. I mean, I've been on these trails, this section of trails, plenty enough. I'm gonna stay to the right. I think this way to the left, we'll just cut out and then come back together with this one eventually. Okay, well, that was quicker than I thought. I only took about 30 steps before this trail came back out. I just went around that way. I think this is a newer one. It looks like it's been more recently made, and that looks more familiar to me going around that way. So yeah, this trail over here is the newer one. Okay, just came from that way. There used to be a trail here. It looks like they're trying to close it off or something. I don't know. But, yeah, that'll go out, loop up that way into a field, and then come out over where the old model airplane airfield is. Which I could go straight here and cross that little stream right there, climb up that muddy hill, and then it's flat all the way back to the car. That'll be a shortcut. This isn't marked right here, so I don't know the name of this trail. But this was the plan, was to go down into this valley. I'm not looking forward to the mud that I'm expecting down here, but and there was a small creek crossing down there, but last time I was there, which was maybe 4 or 5 years ago, there was a bridge down there. So yeah, I'll go down there, and then it'll bring me back up and loop me around and bring me out back at the parking lot that way. I know I'm looking for a right-hand turn. This kind of looks like it could be a trail. Not sure. I'll check it out for a second. Yeah, that was correct. So that I won't be going all the way down to the valley to cross that big creek. If I'd have stayed straight back there. I almost didn't notice it, but yeah, this is obviously a trail. There's a bridge here. There's a bridge here. I kind of do remember this bridge. Well, I'm hoping this trail's not going to just disappear on me. It's starting to get less and less maintained. If I would have stayed straight at that last intersection where I made the left, and went down and crossed that creek, it would have brought me out onto the road. Then I would have had to do like a road walk back. So I'd rather be on the trail. Look what I just found. Kind of faded, but it's still ablaze. And I just did cross a second bridge. So at least I know I'm on at least what used to be a trail. These are the first red blazes that I've seen since I turned off of the Sprocket Trail. So let me think here. Yeah, that way there, we'll go back to the road. This way here goes up to the parking lot. Okay, yeah, I remember what I did last time. When I came through here before, I came from that direction before, and I came over to here, and I saw this trail going straight, and this tree, it's all cut right here. This was a recent blowdown, and it was real hard to get through. But yeah, I know this way up here, this goes up to the parking lot. I haven't seen any of those trail name signs yet, but yeah, I'm almost 100% positive this is Stallion Trail. Well, I'm trying to do this by memory. I thought I knew where I was going. I'm back at this intersection. That's the trail over there with the no name. So it just, how did that do that? I don't know what's going on here. I went out that way and somehow came back the same way. I don't know, it seemed like it looped me or something. I don't know what was going on there. So let's see. I guess I got to go this way and find out. I am exactly 5 miles on the day. I thought this comes out onto a road. But we'll see. Oh yeah, it did come out onto a road. That was somehow Sprocket Trail. I don't know how that worked out. So yeah, this was what I was trying to avoid, was this road walk, because this is not all uphill back to the car out here in the sun. And at least it's not a paved road. If you want to do this, there is a decent little sized parking area right there. Let's get a better view of it. Okay. Forget what the name of this road is. I'll put it in down below here. You can see. Well, I'll put the name of that road to the over there, and then this road that I'm standing on. That 1-lane bridge down there. If you go down there, cross over, there's a trail that goes to the right. That's the one that'll bring you down there where that creek crossing is, or if I'd have stayed straight when I turned onto that unnamed trail back there, the overgrown trail, that'll hook back up over there. I just came up that hill. It's kind of flattening out now. But yeah, I was trying to get back on the Stallion? Whatever. I was trying to get back onto this trail because it comes back out over at the parking lot. This does not tell you where it continues. This, I know this is just real wide open. Like you could drive a car up that way if vehicles were allowed. This is not very long here. It drops out onto Hall Road in about less than a half a mile up there. Okay, so that's where I was just filming at the Stallion Trail. This way up here, this goes back to Old Stephenville Pike. There is a turn right by this house up here. A turn that brings you down here. It's kind of hard to miss. It's kind of easy to miss, I should say. So when you come down here, you want to make this right over here. And this is where the parking area is. And I'm going to put the GPS coordinates for where this parking lot is in the description. And I forgot to do it from last week's video for the other Hillman section on Knowlton Road. So I'll go back and I'll add the GPS for where I parked on that one. Walking down the road here, just noticed this trail over here. Kind of goes out into some open areas. I don't think I've ever been on it. Not sure. The only thing I can imagine is it comes out over, it would have to come out over onto Knowlton Road somewhere. Would be worth checking out someday. This is where I was trying to come back out at. Okay, so this tells you the Stallion Trail is that way. So I don't know what the name of this trail is, but this is where the trail I was trying to come out on. So who knows? There is red blaze up there, but again, all these trails out here are blaze red, so who knows? All right, I'm not going to stop at the car. I want to show you real quick. It's not far. I'm just going to walk up Sprocket Trail here and show you what the old abandoned airstrip looks like. Okay, just about a 1 minute walk from the parking lot through all this mud. And Stallion Trail So this goes over that way. Okay, so what it does is it goes over to the edge of that the tree line right there and heads back to the parking lot. The Sprocket Trail, which I was on earlier today, heads out here. So this is the old abandoned model airplane, what's left of it, airstrip. Usually find a lot of shotgun shells up here. So it goes back to right about there, the pavement. Yeah, that's it. Not much to see out here. Nothing too breathtaking. Anyways, you know the drill. I'm gonna put the stats down below my mileage. I should be close to 6 miles, maybe 5.5. I don't know. And the elevation is a little bit more than last week over the Knowlton Road trails, but nothing too crazy. And you know, I'm gonna put the screenshot of the GPS tracking. But other than that, I'm gonna call this one a wrap, and thanks for watching.